opening night of the San Francisco International Film Festival, number 51. Tonight, Catherine Breillat's newest film, The Last Mistress, which has already traveled Europe, is going to be opening. Not an American premiere, but a definitely important West Coast one. We'll speak to her briefly, and then after that, of course, speak to the chair of the festival, LEGGAT.
How are you, Josh?
Well, how are you?
Good. We're really excited to do the West Coast premiere of Gonzo, the life and work of Dr. Hunter S. Thompson. This is the epicenter of Gonzophilia. Hunter in his heyday wrote for Rolling Stone on Third, and this year we're presenting it with Vanity Fair magazine, who's the lead sponsor of the festival, and we're giving the proceeds to the NRDC, the environmental charity. So those are two films I'm really excited about.
Marvelous. So San Francisco is the home of Quirk, is it not?
The home of?
The home of Quirk.
Quirk, yes, it's the home of Quirk. You're asking for a couple of quirky films?
No,
well, the first...
no, actually, I want to ask you because I only have you for another second.
Yeah.
Where do you feel San Francisco International Film Festival particularly plays a role in the larger changing, world? No, actually distribution. The larger changing arena
sure.
of distribution.
Well, obviously, festivals have become a de facto distribution and exhibition network that sort of sits underneath the art house chains. And fills in a wonderful way various vibrant organisms in the ecosystem. Our festival functions like any big city festival, be it Edinburgh or Havana or Busan in Korea. We bring a really vital selection of films of all kinds to show to our audiences, so be it world premieres or international premieres or films that have worked the festival circuit that our guys haven't seen yet. So we think that it fills in quite nicely in that food chain.
Has it assisted films in gaining distribution?
Yeah, to be sure. In fact, there's a couple that will be announced not long after this festival. They're not going to be announced during the festival, that have been picked up in the recent weeks as a result of them being in our festival.
Saving the world one movie at a time, yes?
That's right, one movie at a time.
Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Over the next 2 weeks, 177 films from 49 countries in 39 languages, more than 100 guests visiting. We're so glad that you're here tonight, but I'll be honest, seeing just one film at a festival really isn't the way to do things. Unless you see a number of films, and I really encourage you to do so, you don't really get a sense of what we have set out to do in the festival. Of course, nobody can see everything, nobody can get the full picture, but if you see several films, you begin to get a sense not only of the glorious nature of world cinema, all the different styles and countries and voices and techniques and subjects, but you also get a sense of the gloriousness of the world itself. The International is meant to open up the world to you. It's meant to show you a snapshot of contemporary society as it is coming into being, as it is forming itself. And thus I encourage you, not merely from a business side perspective, to come to as many films as you can. We tell each other that what we're shopping is exploration, discovery, and transformation. And we heartily hope that you will be part of that journey with us. This film that you're about to see tonight is a perfect example of the humor, cruelty, and genius of this filmmaker as she once again explores in great detail and to great purpose the various idiosyncrasies of female sexuality. I'd like you to welcome with me Catherine Breillat.
I don't know what to say. It's a tremendous honor and privilege to be here in San Francisco. Backstage, I heard what Graham said so kindly about me, and I'm extremely moved by his words. I don't really know what to say about this film. It's true that when I made this film, I wondered if it was legitimate for me, knowing the films that I've made, the subjects that I deal with, to present a costume drama. And yet it's a subject that's attracted me, a subject that I've worked on for a long time now. like me, as I'm sure you're aware, Barbet d'Aurevilles in his time was the subject of censorship. He was attacked by the authorities. He was a great romantic and a dandy to movements that I feel very close to. The subject of the film presents the French aristocracy just before the advent, the rise of the bourgeoisie. It's their last hurrah, and this is a period that I feel very attached to. Like the Marquise de Fleur says in the film, I am furiously aristocratic, furiously 18th century. She hopes that watching the film you'll have as much pleasure as she had in making it. She hopes as well that you'll feel that Graham will have the same compliments about her work after seeing this film. She won't say much more now, but she looks forward to coming back and talking with you about the film after the screening. Thank you very much.
I was just asking Catherine. This film's been referred to as her most accessible. I'm wondering if that has something to do with the fact that it's located in another period.
Oh, il y en a quand même des très accessibles. 36 Fillette was very accessible.
This she doesn't think is her most accessible film. She made another film that's called 36 Fillette, which she thinks is more actually more accessible to the large public.
My first movie in USA make more audience in New York than in Paris. 36 Fillette, very easy to. The other are very easy, but just more scandalous.
More what?
Scandalous.
More scandalous.
She says it did better in New York City than it did in Paris.
Yes, Last Mistress is for in France for the prime time.
Ah.
So whole audience.
Well, I do wish it well. I hope it goes quite far. Well, it will. It's here.
Elle dit qu'elle espère qu'il réussira bien et qu'il ira bien. Moi, je serais bien aux États-Unis.
Could you tell me about the body issues that are involved in the picture?
Les questions sur le corps,
Your films revolve around sexual themes.
tes films touchent toujours sur des problématiques, des questions sexuelles. Est-ce que tu peux nous parler de la présentation du corps dans ce film-ci?
Ah oui, c'est quand même une passion très physique, mais c'est écrit au 19e siècle.
The subject of the film is a very physical passion, but the novel was written in the 19th century.